there's new growth of a limb. My life is like a tree. I think I'm used to how things will always be, and then there's new growth of a limb. Of course, there always just has to be something to help me along. I guess that'd be the moss in this analogy. I don't know, I think I learned that moss is a sign of a healthy forest. New growth moss? Or an album? Wanna know one of my least favorite species out there? Here's a hint. They live in a swamp, swarm poor innocent creatures, sometimes us, and do nothing but spread disease. I'm lucky that they don't seem to care that I exist. Unsure if I should be grateful or offended at that. You know, there are some people that are like mosquitoes too. Put out a video or an album, or really just some form of media just to poison others. Reminds me of certain people I know. Oops, did I say that out loud? Swamp, swarm, storm was coming. Have you ever just known that a storm was coming? There's not a certain sign, but you can just feel it. Something big is coming for me, I think. I don't know, I've been pretty bored the past couple days. I can't tell if that storm's gonna bring something wonderful or something just horrible. I'm hoping for a nice meadow tea, but who knows, maybe I could be hoping for mint, but it's ivy. Time will tell. Mint, but it's ivy. Real soon. It was Ivy. I was hoping for good news, but she's moving away real soon. Out far enough that probably won't see her many times again in my lifetime. I try to remember the positives, the shared matcha, exploring the culture new to me through literature. Still need to look into Momotaro. You'd think I'd know by now. Looking into that would be like keeping a part of her here with me, just for a little longer. Matcha, Momotaro. About fall. October. There's something so freeing about fall. October. Halloween. You can be whatever you want. For one day, 1 month, 1 season. You can be anything and no one will bat an eye. I think I want to bring that freedom to the rest of my life. I want to start doing whatever I want, when I want, how I want. With nothing and no one to stop me. Well, nothing but my own mental and moral restrictions. Thanks, emetophobia. Emetophobia. Date. The 30th. It's hard to trick yourself into confidence when you really need that confidence. Meanwhile, it's so easy to be confident when you really just need to believe something for your own well-being. But I'm trying to trick myself for sure. Heck, I have the date, the 30th. But maybe that'll jinx it, and I'll have the same luck as they did in history with that one green paint. I think it was called Shields Arsenic or something. You can probably guess what went wrong in hindsight. Shields Arsenic. The gardener called. I heard this little internet story about a lime garden. Weeds were invading, so the gardener called up this guy to help out, and it turns out that the gardener didn't even have a garden. The gardener had some ulterior motives for sure. It's a little foggy to me, but it's weird how what little you know about someone can be so blatantly false. Sometimes we are our own weeder to our own gardener. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. Sorry, I have a tendency to ramble. Lime garden, weed. I'm someone new. I hope someday when I'm someone new, I can make something inspirational and positive, which may sound odd to those who know me because I try to be positive and understanding toward others, but things are pretty different internally. I'm pessimistic, honestly, especially in regards to myself. There's something both comforting and scary about putting up an image and making people think you're something you're not. There's a lot of that in nature. Plenty of sweet forest creatures that are actually inside just instinctual survival bent monsters. Of course, something we set ourselves up for is that false idea, but things aren't always as they appear to us. Like the silkworm, not a worm. Red panda, not a panda. So many little forest creatures are... Hold on. Silkworm. A lot of growth. I like to think that despite my impossibly high standards for myself, my envy issues, and my closed-off nature, I've had a lot of growth, and yet I still do not like nature. But here I am anyway, about to set off. It's probably nothing. I probably won't even make it a few steps in before I turn right back around and decide that maybe there are times you shouldn't just follow along or follow the song or whatever. It was probably just a bunny or a bear, but something just seems so wrong. So confusingly, undeniably wrong. But the curiosity... It shouldn't have been out of place, but there was just something so viscerally alluring. Envy. Entry of moss. Follow the undead creatures, the forest creatures, they chant something. An anatomy, a name, they merge together, an entry of moss, of thought, memory, dreams, learning. I need to get close. I come, hippocampus.
So make what